Hello guys, today I'm going to talk about two weapons called Rootbound and one hand Arcane. So first let's go for the Rootbound. You need to always use the third Q. For the W you can use you have two options. One is the first W and second is the polymorph. For the polymorph you need to always ask the caller if he needs polymorph so you can get a guarantee kill. Because when you use the polymorph on an enemy, they're gonna turn into the animal, and they cannot use geek, ice block, or soldier helmets. Always use the first W, but if the caller needs help, you can just go with the polymorph. For the passive, always go with the first passive. So let's talk about some tips for it. I see most people do is that when they're about to lose their stacks on the Rootbound, the shift charge, what they always do is just going back, use Q again, and then go back again. This is a good way to do it, but most of the time, like in that time that you just turn back, enemy is gonna engage now, and you can't do anything to save your people, or save your caller, or save your guildmate. So what I would actually do is that when I'm 3, I always every 5 seconds or just 10 seconds, I will queue someone like I will queue it. It's gonna reset, and you're never gonna lose the 4 stacks. You always need to keep 3 stack of it, 3 stack of shift charge. And the second thing you need to remember is your E. Your E cooldown is 5 seconds, but the duration is 20 seconds. And when your duration is about to end, and if you use W at that time, your W is gonna get cancelled. So I'm gonna wait for it. It's about to end. 2, 1. If I use it now, look, it got interrupted. So you always need to remember, like every 5 to 10 seconds again, you need to reset your E. So like I'm right now on the states. I'm gonna go back. I can go back. Use my Q. I have it again. See? You always need to keep the 3 stacks so you can use the W and save your teammate. And you need to always look for the callers and use your W before they pull, so you actually save your teammate. Okay, the second weapon I'm gonna talk about is the one on Arcane. I see most people using this way, like using the second Q, second W. This is wrong. You need to always go third Q. Why third Q? Because so you can do interrupting enemy or battlements such as ballista, beetle. You can interrupt them really easily with just one Q and help your caller and your teammate or your battleman's players with just this. For the second W, most you can go with the second W. I like cleanse, but I would prefer to go with the mimic and get better at it. Actually, why mimic? Mimic, first of all, mimic what it does do is just stealing ability of the enemy or mimic it, and it actually reduces the cooldown of that ability 20%. So let's say I mimic myself, and if you use it, like you see, I have like 1 Q and mimic myself too. I have the second silence and the E is the free silence. That's the best way to interrupt the enemy too. And mimic can also help for the, you can use the mimic on other weapons. There is a 5 weapon, I think, yeah. One is the hammer tree. If you mimic it, you can use the ring that slows enemy. For the second one is the mace tree. If you use it, okay, you can use it on one hand Arcane or heavy mace or bedrock. and mimic it and get the third W that it called Guardian. And it's good for the when enemy gonna engage, you just use the Guardian on people to not get clapped and survive actually. The third is the course tree. The weapons that actually in the ZvZ are like life course or damnation. You can just use mimic on them and just get the first W, the armor pierce. And the shapeshifter's tree that you can mimic polymorph actually. That help your color to get a guaranteed kill. And last one is the most people using it, most people don't. It's the Hallowfall or Fallen Staff. You can just mimic the Holy Orb for the heal. And that's it. Thanks for watching. In the next video I'm gonna talk about some ZvZ settings that can help you, like some keybond or some settings that can actually help to improve the performance or FPS and get better at seeing enemy or just seeing your color. So see you guys later.